Have you ever found yourself being into or really caring about something you never thought you'd be into or care about? If you have, more than likely it was because of a relationship with somebody else. Maybe you had a new best friend that was really into something, or that girl or that guy you were pursuing, they were into this thing, so you found yourself into that thing. I remember a while ago, I was really into watching hunting shows. I would watch them like every night, and there was these few that we'd watch all the time. And my wife, inevitably, she'd come sit down, she'd watch these hunting shows with me, and she hated them at first. She complained about them. Why do we have to watch shows about hunting? And then a while later, I went on a trip, and I called her to check in on her a couple days into the trip, and she's like, guess what? I'm into hunting. She says, I've sat down and I've watched the hunting shows every night. I can't miss them. I can't wait to the next episode until it comes out. And on the flip side, all of a sudden I've found myself really caring about the lives of some Chip or Joanne Gaines. I don't know. But I love the show and I can't wait for the new season to come out. Why? Because that's what my wife was into. And that brings me to today's passage. In Psalm 37, in verse 4 and 5, this is what it says. It says, take delight in the Lord, and he will give you your heart's desires. Commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust him, and he will help you. Now, this passage that we just read, it's actually a pretty popular one. You've probably heard it before. Maybe you have. But this passage is so misunderstood. When we read, take delight in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart, too often we think, okay, that's it. That's the magic formula. I just have to delight myself in the Lord and then he will give me my desires. I desire that raise. I desire that promotion. I desire that guy or that girl to notice me. I desire to go on this amazing vacation. I desire a new car. All I have to do is delight myself in the Lord and he'll give it to me, right? That's what the scripture just said. But that's not what it's talking about. That's not what it's talking about. Just like all of a sudden when my wife was hanging out and we were watching hunting shows together, all of a sudden she desired to go hunting. She wanted me to take her hunting. Her desires changed because of the relationship that she had with me. You see, this is what the psalmist is saying. He's saying, look, when you find yourself delighting in the Lord, not just being a Christian, not just going, okay, yep, I put on some worship music, check, I read my Bible, check, I went to church, check, okay, now I can go about my week. Not that. But when you find yourself delighting in the Lord, finding joy, finding comfort, finding peace in the Lord, all of a sudden the things that God cares about, you care about. All of a sudden the things that God desires, you desire. Those desires are now in your heart. See, how do you find yourself delighting in the Lord? It's not as easy as just turning on a switch. All of a sudden, okay, God, I'm choosing today. I'm just going to delight. Okay, let's go. That's not it. See, it's right here in verse 5. It says, commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust him, and he will help you. In other words, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, everything in between is committed to the Lord. Everything you do, from going to work, to the words you speak, to the interactions you have with people, the interactions you have with your family, with your classmates, with your teachers, with your boss, with your coworkers, all of it. From going on vacation, to going on hikes, to going fishing, whatever it might be, that you commit that to the Lord. And when you do that, all of a sudden, you'll find yourself delighting in God. I committed my life to my wife when I married her. And so as I go about my day, I go to work, and partially for one reason is for my wife. The vacations I want to go on are for my wife. I committed my life to her. And now the things that she desires are the things I desire. It is the same with God. When you commit to him, he will give you the desires of your heart and you will find joy in him. And so if you don't find yourself today caring about the things that God cares about, caring about the lost, caring about the poor, caring about the broken, caring about those who are far from God, I would challenge you, commit your day, just today, commit the next 5 minutes, commit the next hour, commit the rest of your day to God, and then start again tomorrow. And I love this, trust him, ask him for help. I promise you, if you start praying every morning, God, help me commit my life to you. Help me to find my desires in you. Help me to find my delight in you, God. That is a prayer he would love to answer. Love you guys.